That's right. That's right. That's right. It's your hostess with the mostest burning light toast is Cosmon Cav, aka Calvin of Cosmon. Checking in today. You dig what I'm talking about? Right back at it with another fire lesson. Fire. This is Jehovah Chronicles number 107. The character of the creator versus the character of the Kemetian gods. The character of the creator versus the character of the Kemetian gods. You dig what I'm talking about? We're going to let a couple more people come in here, man. We're going to bump a little jams, a little minute, rock out for a minute. We're going to get right into it. We're going to learn about the characteristics of the creator versus those who claim to be the creator from the Netchers, aka the gods of Kemet. We're going to give it another minute, let some more people come on up in here. Sub, like, share, man. Come on, y'all coming on in here, man. Hit that thumbs up button, man. Share the live on your IG and especially on your Twitters and your Facebooks. You dig what I'm talking about? Get the word out there. Share this live out here, man. We're gonna look at some of the character of the creator. See what a real creator talking about, and see if the gods of Kemet can hold their water. You dig what I'm talking about? We'll be right back in a second. Oh yeah. That's right. Right back at it like I left something. It's your big homie, Cosmonian, man. Checking back in here in the ooze. You dig what I'm talking about? Giving a big first. Giving out nothing but honor and praises to the omnipotent, the ever-present, the creator, the destroyer, first and last, the great Elohim, Ormaz, huh? Oh, Jah, that's right. Oh, Ego Quim himself, the creator, huh? Love and light out there and balance to the creator gang. Gang is in the house. Hey, Dreadful. You bring them, we raise them. You hear me? You bring them, we raise them. Give a couple shout outs real quick. We're going to get right into this. We ain't going to go too long. Daryl Cosmon is in the house. Mahalia My Ima is better than your Ima. Guess what? My other Ima better than your Ima too. Sister Hoover in the house. Jehovih, Florida Wild Boys and wild ass Indians down there. Shout out to my boy Jehovih. You dig what I'm talking about? My sister Yafa Galianava. You dig what I'm talking about? She say my dog's name is Cosmon Caleb. Hey, you over there taking shots, huh? Well, shit, even the dogs is smart, man. You know what's up with that Cosmon. My little bro in the house, Daryl Cosmon, the scientist, young Leonardo. You dig what I'm talking about? We're going to have some fire for y'all coming up soon. We're going to bring out some stuff on my channel. We're going to bring out some stuff on the Lion's Den. And I believe he got one coming for Silas channel also, man. Shout out to my baby bro, man. Daryl Cosmon. My brother from another OTK. OTK, shout out to my South Kakalaki folk in the house. You dig what I'm talking about. Johnny James in the house, man. Much love, man. Appreciate you too, King. Peace, 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 man. That's right. Wild Indians up in this thing. You dig what I'm talking about all the time. Now, with no further ado, this is the Jehovah Chronicles, number 107. The character of the creator versus the character of the Kemetian gods. Now, I know y'all probably thinking, man, Cosmon, man. Okay. Yeah, I got you. Before I even get into it, right? I'm gonna be doing a just like a little interview and a quick build on the brother Open the Knowledge channel. Y'all go over there, sub, like, share. She'll be this Thursday. We're gonna mark the time down. I'll get a flyer made, and we'll get this shit on the road real quick. Go down there. We're gonna Jay Manson in the house too. Shout out to my boy Jay Manson coming through, man. He say gang up in this thing. You hear me? You dig what I'm talking about? As a matter of fact, y'all hit them like buttons, man, and thumb up the video, man. Show your boy some love. You dig what I'm talking about? Correct, yeah. And so we'll I'll be streaming from my end, and we'll streaming from OTK, and we'll get this thing popping. You dig what I'm talking about? But with no further ado, man, this is number 107, character creator versus character of the Kemetian gods. Hey, I know y'all thinking like, Cosmon, man, you've been going in on Kemet. Yup. You dig what I'm talking about? For the simple fact, these boys opened their mouth up. We wasn't paying Kemet no attention. But Sonetta wrote that check that your ass can't cash. You dig what I'm talking about? So now we looking at the character of the gods themselves. Right? Because if your God has a image, he has form, figure, can be seen, sits on a throne, meaning he got legs, hind parts, a back. You dig what I'm talking about? If he can possibly have anyone on his right side, right? He is a idol. You dig what I'm talking about? He is a idol. Right? Let me go show you this real quick. Right in on Waspy. If it has form and figure and it's praised, it's an idol. You see, it's simple over here. We ask simple questions, right? We get very simple answers, right? This is the book of Safar, 35 AA and 34, right? And the question is asked, what is an idol, right? An idol is anything having form and figure that is worshipped. So if it has an image and it is worshipped, it is an idol. If it can be seen with the physical eye and is worshipped, it is an idol. Right? Those little crosses with Jehovah on it is an idol. Right? The little 6-point star, the Rephaim, is an idol. Right? It goes even to take a step further, right? And it asks the question, who is God? Now, if your God is sitting on a throne in the sky, pointing his finger, saying, make this, make that, that means he is firstly in one place, which means he can't be ever present. If he's sitting in a throne in heaven, he can't be down here in America. If he's sitting on the throne in heaven, he can't be on Venus at the same time. These are limitations, right? Which the Creator does not have. So we got to learn first what and who is God, right? God is a spirit with a heavenly throne. Now, do you believe your God got a heavenly throne? You believe the Creator of the universe has a heavenly throne he sits on, and he's local in one spot, right? Let me show you why. Because God is a spirit with a heavenly throne believed by people in darkness to be the very Creator. God is a spirit with a heavenly throne believed by people who are in darkness. So if you believe your God sit on the throne, you one of them off low vibratory dark people who lost too. Don't point no fingers. A spirit with a heavenly throne believed by people in darkness, people who don't get it, a drunk, right? A person who can't get spiritual things, but regurgitate those of religion, the dogma. Because the dogma of religion tells you that God is a spirit, right? With a heavenly throne sitting in the sky. And y'all believe he's the creator of all things. But they what? Familiar spirits often called themselves God, right? So low demonic spirits called themselves God and taught mortals to call them that. So right there, hinting back towards the book of discipline, where true God lets you know that I, true God, and the Creator are not the same one. Book of Discipline 1 and 14. Right? So we know what an idol is. If you can see it and it's been praised, it's an idol. So now we got the question, who was Moses talking to on that on that mountain? Huh? Who did Abraham talk to that told him to kill his son? Remember, Abram seen him. A God is a one-time living man, a familiar spirit who once lived, who taught mortals to call him God, and that God was a spirit in the sky with the heavenly throne. This is where you get your whole sky daddy ideology from. Now, let's go look at some of the characteristics, right? 7 characteristics of a creator according to philosophy. Now, this is from Thomas V. Morris in his book of Our Idea of God, right? He says, just to drop down a little bit, the best 2 concepts with which to understand a possible generic God are creator and maximally the great being or the great spirit, aka perfect being theology. Philosopher Thomas Morris calls these 2 a comprehensive explanatory theology, and in his book Our Idea of God defends the point that this covers most of the characteristics of God, right, that logic can produce for theism. So we're going to look and see today if the gods of Kemet match up to the overall generic ideal of what most people believe a creator to be. Now we're going to get into a WASP and clear it up and have the creator speak for himself. He don't need Cosmon, right? But we're going to look at some of the overall ideas that must be applied to a creator, right? It says a creator that made what? Time, life, matter, and energy might require these characteristics. Look, do y'all agree? Omnipotence, right? Creating de novo or brand new is not a naturalistic process and demands power from an entirely different category of being. Life. Life does not arise spontaneously from non-life, despite the hopeful myth of abiogenesis. So they saying that the creator must be the source of life. Why? Because we understand simply that dead things do not produce live things. Even the chemicals of your body, the carbon, the nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, whatever it is, the hydrogen, the oxygen, you dig what I'm talking about? The water in your body, none of them are living. They are chemicals and dead. So if the shell, which is made up of the outside chemicals, right, is not the life, the unseen part that is in the physical body must be the potent part and be the source of life. Hence, the creator must create life, all of it. Volition. To initiate creation and time from a timeless space requires a mind that can choose, right? So there must be a mind, right, to initiate creation and time from a timeless space requires a mind that can choose. It must be intelligence or be the source of intelligence. Intelligence nearing what? Omniscience is required, right? So it got to know everything to create the information in what? DNA, right? So the millions and billions of trillions of strands of DNA just in one person, there must be an intelligence behind it to code it and make it work in its environment, right? It says intelligence nearing omniscience is required to create the information in DNA. And the fine tuning, they know this is an impossible. You must be omniscient to create a thing like DNA. And the fine tuning of our universe and earth, right? The hopeful monster of multiverses cannot be observed. Huh? That's a problem. Who Moses seen? Who did John see on the island of Patmos then, sitting in that throne? Who did he see coming back on a horse? If he cannot be observed. Are y'all starting to see that what a deity is, what a God is? First of all, every deity is a one-time living, breathing man. Every one of them. You've never seen a deity of any sort that wasn't a man or a woman. But this kills the idea that a creator, right, can be seen on the throne. This look, he uses a weird term. The hopeful monster, right, of multiverses cannot be observed. Huh? Who did Jacob wrestle in? Who did Moses feed? It was three of them. Abraham feed. It was three of them. All three of them looked like men. Which one of them was God? Huh? Which one of them was your creator? None of them. Because why? The creator cannot be observed. And seems a bold and unwarranted assertion, right, to defeat the sheer statistical impossibility of natural process creating our universe. It's impossible. Statistically, the motion, the way our whole universe works hand in hand, almost like a clock. You dig what I'm talking about? Like a grandfather clock. Everything works hand in hand in motion, right? Just like it would be impossible. You dig what I'm talking about? For a clock on Earth or a watch on Earth to make itself, right? That same statistical impossibility applies to the processes that created our universe. This is why science hasn't came with a scientific law, but have a uniform field theory, and it's incomplete. Huh? Because the process that they're looking for, it can be seen, right? It can be seen, the process, not the creator, right? But it's not natural, right? Or what they call natural, thinking that things come from the earth. You dig what I'm talking about? No, things come to the earth. The positive force is the creator, huh? The negative, right? The the mother earth, she incubates and brings forth life just like a woman. You give her a house, what she do? She make it a home. You give the earth, Simu, she gives you life, right? Animals, men, right? But that original motion is not natural. It's a process of creation, but something had to start all motion. Now this is deep right here. And this is why I showed this, because this is key. A lot of people won't look at this, but this is key. Personhood. The creator must have his own massive personage, right? Not only must he have his own personage, he got to be so cold with it, right? He must be the all person. Every person must be of him, right? Because he must give you your personage. And to prove that he is an all person and he gave you your own individual personage, for instance, let me look. There will be no more Equator 7s. There will be no more Elijah 7s. There will be no more Yahweh. There ain't going to be no more Selah Shaloms. He is the last of the last. He is the last personality that he will be able to call himself. Ain't going to be no more Selahs when he done. Ain't going to be no more Cosmons when he done. Right? To prove he is the all person, he gave you your single personage. Right? And not only does life not arise spontaneously, look, these are characteristics of a creator. Life must not rise spontaneously. Personality and personhood must have a source. Where does this thing that they call Cosmon come from? Because guess what? Ain't no more like him. Where does this personage come from? The all person. We're going to get that in OY speed up. We're going to show. Such things are not, it is argued, mere emergent properties. Remember, they tell you that the gods of Kemet are just aspects of nature or creation themselves. There are no mere emergent properties. He must have timelessness. This being must be uncreated. So if it has physical form, shape, stature, an image, it sits on the throne, then it is part of the created world. If anybody ever seen your God for even a second, that means he is part of the creation. Why? Because this being, who the creator is, must be uncreated and a first cause. He must be the first cause. Remember up here? Volition, the initiation, to initiate creation in time from a timeless space requires a mind that can choose. Right? Right here, despite hopeful myth of abiogenesis, life does not arise spontaneously from non-life. Right? And he must be the first cause. And look at this omnipotence is not a naturalistic process. This is the unnatural process. The first cause. The first cause is motion, called a word or the logos, aka the vortex. Right? He must be uncreated and the first cause. Because see, they don't know the vortex or motion creates all corporality. Right? He is before the creation. And causes the creation. That don't mean that creator builds it himself. Even though he laid down the blueprint and information for DNA, right? So creating the earth would be simple, right? And the first cause, because an infinite temporal regress is illogical. So if your God ever dies, if your God ever gets old, if he ever rests, if your God can be poisoned, if he can get sick, if your God can die, that is illogical, because creator is timeless, uncreated, right? He is the first cause, so there's nothing that can affect the creator, right? And last but not least is necessary existence. This being, therefore, listen, exists outside of time, right? So if he get old, right, which we gonna look at today, right? So he must be omniscient, omnipotent. He got to know everything, got to be all powerful, and he must exist out of time. So you can't get old, you can't get weak, you can't get feeble, you can't die, because you can't be affected by your creation, because you are, quote unquote, supposedly supposed to be the creator itself. And you're supposed to exist outside of time. Is this a character of the Kemetian gods? We're going to look into that. And is not created, but exists necessarily. You must exist, because he must be there for the thing to happen. That is a creator. That proves that the creator of the earth 4.5 billion years ago is the same creator today in 2024, and he just as close as he was then as he is now. This is a necessary character, revelation of character of the creator. We're gonna find out that many of these things have been applied or been assumed and usurped, right, by false deities, right? Now, but we're gonna get into, right, see these characteristics: omnipotence, life, intelligence, personhood, timelessness, necessary existence, right? We're gonna let the creator speak for itself. Cosmon don't need to say nothing about it. If it's in there, if it's supposed to be in there, well, then it better be in there, right? Cosmon ain't. I shouldn't have to cap and be a Christian apologist for my creator. I should be able to just open up the book and it all be there, right? Shout out to Big Ab. I see my baby in the crib. Let's get to it though. All right, let me blow it up just a little bit more. Maybe I can scoot this over a little bit. All right, this is chapter 1, the book of the creator, the book of Yahweh, the book of Jehovah. You dig what I'm talking about? But for any of those who may be asking what Jehovah or Jehovah means, it's the sound that the wind makes. It's just anglicized today and spoken in modern day English. Now look, remember we was talking about that omnipresence, right? Look what the creator say: all was, all is, all shall ever be. This is past, all was, present, all is, and future, all shall ever be. Huh? So there ain't nothing that was or is or ever shall be that ain't part of the creator. And look what the all did, right? The all spoke. Cosmo, but you should say if it got something that can be seen, you dig what I'm talking about, then it's a deity. Let's see if these are physical words that or sound vibrations that can be heard by the ear, right? Let's see what this is. Remember, he got to be everywhere, doing everything all at the same time. He can't never stop. But how did he start? That's the key. The key is the motion. So what happened? The creator spoke. And what? Motion was then and is and ever shall be. Can we look up in the sky today and see a process of our, not only our galaxy spinning spirally, but our solar system spinning spirally? You dig what I'm talking about? Not only that, our planet spinning, our sun spinning, and the moon spinning around it as we move on the vortexian pattern around our sun called the North Star. You better get hip, anciently called the Tau or Heracleon, right? Today, commonly called the North Star, right? Why it always stays north is because it is our sun's sun, right? Just like we move around our sun, the sun move around its sun, right? Takes 239,616 years for our sun to go around the galactic center. You dig what I'm talking about? But see, this is what they haven't been able to figure out. The initial motion, right? Obviously, this ain't no man talking, sitting up in space and a big mouth just come out of the blackness and just start talking. What is the speech, right? If you are the creator, even your speech must be a thing done. We ain't talking about no religion. We ain't talking about getting up on no pulpit, talking in words and no feeling good. No. If you are the creator, every thought, word must create. That's what it is to be a creator. And look, this is why we call him, right? The motion creates energy. You want to know where your electricity comes from? You want to know where your magnetism comes from? And the one thing that they all have in common is motion, or the lack of it. And what? Being positive. We're talking about energy, right? Was called he and him. Try to get some electricity without the positive electric force. Try to get some energy, some electricity in your house without the positive. Let's just say you got all negative land in your house, right? But you don't have no positive. Do you think that light gonna cut on when you hit that switch? No, because remember, they said the God or the creator must be necessary. Right? He must be necessary. What? So you can't get no energy without the male positive force, just like you can't get no energy without the female negative receptive force. They're called positive, negative, or male and female, and hence, since he is the all positive, yes, he is also the all negative, but since he is all power, all positive and going forth, right? They call that energy, right? A he and a him, or male energy, right? But look what it say. This is what they've never been able to figure out: the initial motion of all corporality. But what they know for a fact is that it spirals. Everything from the golden ratio to Fibonacci spiral to pi, it all leads to a vortex, a spinning, right, of everything. Everything moves. It is the very first law of motion, right? Shout out Newton, because we're going to debunk him too. He said a body in motion, a body at rest tends to stay at rest, right? And a body at motion tends to stay at motion until reacted upon or acted upon by outside forces. But what you ain't tell us was what started the body to move from rest. You ain't gave me no initial motion. Science already knows that initial motion is random. It affects in every direction. Huh? Why? Because the all motion, right? The first law, right, of all movement is motion, right? Well, that motion is the speech of the creator. This is what he uses to create motion. But what was the word? What did he say? Remember, he spoke, right? What did he speak? Right? He said, I am. And he comprehended what? All things, the seen and the unseen. And nor is there anything in all the universe that is not a part of him. Right? We clearing up. This is the creator clearing up himself. We gonna see if the Egyptian, the Kemetian gods can do this. We banging on Kemet. It's shots fired over there. Any of the pan goofies. Any of you. I'm here to scalp you and your God. No, I'm Indian. I want all the smoke. And he comprehended all things, and nor is there anything in all the universe that is part of him, that is not part of him. He said, what? I am the soul of all. And all that is seen is part of my person. What? Remember, he must have a personhood, and my body, which is his body is just the what? The seen part. Right? By virtue of my presence. Remember, we just showed this, a necessary existence. Right? By virtue of my presence, this being must be uncreated and a first cause. right? The initiate creation, to initiate creation and time from a timeless space requires a mind that can choose, right? Because by virtue of my presence, all things are. This is why you so cold, stuff just happened because you there. And if it don't, right, you ain't there. But since you gotta be there, it's always something happening. It only happened because he there. So my thing is, how could the God come down to Mount Sinai when he already supposed to be there? How could the God come down into the Garden of Eden and walk amongst the cool of the day when he already supposed to be there? This is showing that this is a local deity, limited, right? By just the fact of his own corporeal body, which can't be in two places at one time, proving that they can't be the creator. Look at this. He say, by virtue of my presence, all things are, nigga. Just because I'm here, everything is. He say, by virtue of my presence, life is. Remember the characteristics. By virtue of my presence, the living are brought forth into life. What are you, Jaja? I am the quickener. I am the mover. The creator and the destroyer. I ain't ducking no smoke. I don't need no snake. I ain't say let us. Look what he said. I, singular, I am. I, not let us. I am the soul of all. And all that is part of my, singular. By virtue of my presence, life is. By virtue of my presence, the living are brought forth into life. I am the quickener, the mover. I am the condenser. I am the creator. I am the destroyer. I am the sublimator. I am first and last. Look what Jaja say. He said, I'm apparently two entities. Nevertheless, I am only one. These entities are the what? I'm two things. I'm what you can. I am the, and these two entities are unseen, which is potent, and the seen, which is of itself impotent and called corpor. Let me break that down for you. He said, I am two things. I'm what you can see, and I'm what you can't see. The part that you can see, your physical part, the tree, the grass, the water, it's impotent. It don't move on its own. Nothing does. It is the unseen, the potent part, right? That he allows to move the physical body. So the unseen part rules the scene. If you don't believe, oh, it's a stretch, Cosmon. You, how can you prove that, Cosmon, that the unseen rules the scene? Try to move your hand without thinking about it. Try to snap your finger without having a thought about snapping your finger, without thinking about it first. It can't be done. Proving that the unseen, something you call a mind, your brain and your mind are not the same thing. You can't see your mind. You can't point at wisdom and say, oh, here's wisdom in my elbow. Right? proving that you have a thing inside you that's unseen that rules the scene. We know that as a personality. It's you, aka the soul. Right? He said, I am two things. I'm what you see and what you don't see. What you do see is impotent. It's weak. What you don't see is the power behind everything. And that is just a part of me. You can't see me neither. What you can see is just part of me. But the part, it's the impotent part. And we call that corpora or physicality. Right? Now, he said with these two entities, the seen and the unseen, which we know is corpora and spirit. And for those who may get spooked out by the word spirit, we can use the word atmosphere, right? Because man has an atmosphere. Try to breathe in that is in his body and around his body, right? Unseen, yet try to live without some breath. Don't that unseen thing, the thing you can't see, run the thing you can see? Hold your breath. See how long that gets you. See where that gets you. He said, with these two entities in likeness of myself, through them, I made all the living. Listen, this is key, for as the life is the potent part, right? The potent part, remember, can't be seen. So the corporeal part, the physical part, your body, the earth, everything, right? That part is the impotent part. So guess what? There are two things: stuff that you can see and stuff that you can't see. If anybody ever seen your God, that proves he's an impotent. Did Moses see him? Yes. Mm-hmm. Did Adam see him? Yeah. Adam seen him. Jacob beat him up. And now they want you to praise this man, Jesus. But anything with shape, form, and figure that is praised is an idol. If you understand that anything with shape, form, and figure that is praised is an idol, give me a 1 in the chat real quick, right? Because the creator breaking it down. So right here, look, the corporeal part is the impotent part, but you can only see what's corporeal. So if your God has ever been seen, if he's on a throne anywhere, right? He is not the creator. Because remember, you can't see him. He got to be everywhere and outside of time and his creation, period. We're going to get into it. I'm going to read this, and then I'm going to be done with it. And chief over all that live on the earth, I made man. Male and female, I made them. So males and females of the human species are called man. And so that man could distinguish me, the creator, I commanded him to give me a name. One of the greatest keys you're going to end up learning throughout your spiritual journey is that man is always inspired. Let me just tell you this, just to so you can wrap your mind around this, and you're gonna be like, damn. Once you understand how spirituality works, right? Man, me, you, everybody has never, ever, 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 ever came up with the idea of their own. Not one, ever. Not one. Man, it's always been inspired. And even if you don't believe that, man naturally will go in the other direction. If he not forced many times to advance, he will never. Your natural state is not towards light and bliss and holy and glory and all that. Nigga, they gave you control of the atom. You made a bomb. When the angelic spirit taught you how to smelt iron, you made swords and axes. Your natural state is animalistic. It's barbaric. That is why the very first two things you think about is your stomach and your sexuality. Tricking that off, tricking your stomach off, and then next, what come after that? Mammon, money. Once you can feed that beast in your belly, satiate the evilness in your mind, now you want some money. Man has always, will always. Listen, why do you think the very first time man could write? I'm talking about cave paintings, 30,000 years old, 35,000, 40,000 years old. We've been finding these. The very first thing he's writing looked like spacemen, angels. Very first time he could write, he was writing about lords and gods and angels. The very first time. Why? Because he's seen this shit. Man not smart enough. He has never been smart enough to think of any of this on his own. The reason you have tales and myths about vampires is because niggas seen them. And it was explained to them what a fetal is. If you understand what a fetal is, you understand what a vampiric spirit is. It's a spirit that attaches to you that feeds off the unseen spiritual part or atmospheric part of the physical food you eat. Think about this. If your physical body eat physical food, what does your spiritual body eat? It eats the spiritual part of the physical food. So does the druja, the demon, right? And you can have these demonic low angels on you, but you can also have high raised guardian angels. We've been talking about guardian angels since man could move his lips. Why? Because he has always been inspired. And so that man could distinguish me, I commanded him to give me a name. And by virtue of my presence, because I'm there, I commanded him. And man did not name me after anything in heaven or on the earth. Why? Because that would be an image. That would be something you can feel. But he named me what? In obedience to my name. In obedience to my will, he named me after the sound the wind makes or utters. Right? Something necessary, all-encompassing, aka the ruach in the Hebrew, right? Which, if you think about it, Eastern thinking is more concrete type thinking. So to explain what they would believe the creator would be, the best ideal, a great necessary that can't be seen but is ultimately felt and needed, they named him after the wind or the air. And it's eh. Y'all got to learn them ancient vowel sounds. Eh, e, o, u. We're going to get the doc back on here You dig what I'm talking about? Break it down again. And if y'all didn't watch the breakdown on ancient paleo linguistics with me and the doc, I think it's in the 60s, and we got another one in the 30s. Sub, like, share to the channel, man. You dig what I'm talking about? But let's get right. Let's get into the story, right, of the legend of Ra and Isis. Now remember, I got to be omnipotent, got to be omnipresent. I got to be out of time. I can't not know something. As a matter of fact, if I am being the creator and claiming I am the creator, nothing in creation can affect me. I must know everything. Right? Now let's go see if these so-called commission netters, let's see if they make the cut, or are they weak, demonic, low idols also themselves. Now, many of these Negroes, Hotep-ass Negroes, will readily try to tell you that, oh, this is just an aspect of nature. It's a concept. It's a myth. But that ain't what the ancient commission was saying. As a matter of fact, the ancient commission said they seen their God. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. They said, now, mind you, this is the pyramid text, right? This is from sacred text. Everybody can jump up on here real quick. Let me see if I can throw this see if I can throw this in the chat real quick. Copy. Let me see if I can throw this in the chat real quick. All right, we'll get this down. This is from sacred text. You dig what I'm talking about? And this is the legend of Ra and Isis. Now remember, we didn't learn about the character of the creator. I am all that is, was, and ever shall be. Right? I created the motion. And motion was, is, and ever shall be. I am two things. I'm the seen and the unseen. I'm outside of time. I can't be affected. There is nothing that I created that can affect me. Let's see if Ra and Isis. And then when we read in this story, notice the thought pattern of the God. Is this a good deity? Right? Is it trying to sit there and think of something good to do for itself or humanity? Or is it all the time a low demonic scheming? Right? A Juja, a demon of darkness. Let's go see. Let's go look right here. This is the legend of Ra and Isis. I tried to blow it up as much as I could. Let me see if I can do it one more. Okay. Right. Now, this is the legend of Ra and Isis. Now, we're just going to read the text. Now, Isis was a woman. Right? Uh-oh. Right there. Problem. You had a physical body. Remember, they told you. Remember, they told you familiar spirits often called themselves God and taught mortals to call them that also. Right? Remember, they are spirits believed to have a heavenly throne. Right? Now, Isis, a woman, remember the seen and unseen. You are part of creation, not the created. So this already knocked Isis out. Now, Isis, a woman who possessed words of power. Her heart was wearied with the millions of men, and she chose the millions of the gods. Millions of the gods. Listen to that. But she esteemed more highly the millions of the shus or kus. And she meditated in her heart, saying, cannot I, by means of the sacred name of who? God, make myself mistress of the earth and become a goddess like unto Ra, right? In the heaven and upon the earth. Now, this is a problem right here. By the sacred name of God. What she must not understand is that if you are the creator, right? All names are yours. What part of the unseen part and the seen part isn't of you? Remember, that disqualifies you. So if you got a name that's not your that's more sacred than the others, that proves your falsity. And look where Ra is. Ra is in heaven and upon earth, but he can't be at both. Limitation, right? Remember, creator must be limited. Limitless. Now behold, each day, look, Ra entered at the head of his holy mariners, right? And established himself upon the throne of two horizons. What is a false god? What is a god? A spirit with a heavenly throne, believed subjectively, uncritically, believed by people in darkness. Are you a person in darkness? Do you believe the creator sits in the sky on a throne? Only people of darkness believe that. But the Kemetians believe it, right? Because he himself upon the throne of two horizons. The Holy One had grown old. Red flag. We're looking at the character, right? You claiming to be the creator. How can you grow old? You must be outside of your creation. It cannot affect you. So do we see the Kemetian gods here being weak and growing old? If you see that this so-called the Holy One, right? So it's only one too. Holy One. If you see that he is grown old, and that proves that he is not timeless, that he is affected by time, right? If you see that, hit your boy with a 2 in the chat real quick. The Holy One had grown old. You can't grow old and be the creator. Showing the flaw in the character of the Kemetian God. Now, look, not only is he old, he is becoming decrepit because look, he dribbled at the mouth. So this nigga walking around, the Holy One, he walking around, yeah, you know me, Hey guys. Hey you guys. It's me, Ra. He dribbled, he's slobbering at them out. So now he old slobbing, right? In his spit. So now he in the sky. So he ain't on the earth. His spit fell. So that means he in one place, he local. He debunking his whole shit. Himself. His whole story. Prove he can't be the creator. Because his spit fell up on the earth. It wasn't already there. Now he old. Now he getting senile. Right? And he proven by his character, by his nature, by his actions and deeds, that he is a local deity. You local, Q. And look, and his slobbering dropped on the ground. And Isis kneaded it with earth in her hand, right? And formed thereof a sacred serpent. So she took the spit that this nigga walking around, yeah. Hi guys, raw. Can you cook it? You dig what I'm talking about? He walk around here slobbing, dropping spit everywhere. She pick it up and make it into a sacred serpent, a snake, huh? In the form of a spit, right? So she set it not upright before her face, but let it lie upon the ground in the path whereby the great God went forth, right? So right there, look at this. Did y'all see what she did? She made a serpent and she set it in the grass, on the ground, in the path where the great God went forth. So right there, Isis. If y'all see right there, Isis has tied herself directly to the ideology of snake in the grass. This is the first attestation of anybody being or being in concert or being seen as a snake in the grass. And this the God you want our people to praise today? This old decrepit nigga that's slobbing on his mouth, or his set up ass daughter? Huh? Who trying to set him up? Why? Because she is the very first snake in the grass. And look, according to his heart's desire, into his double kingdom. Now, the holy God arose, and the gods who followed him, as though he were Pharaoh, went with him. And he came forth according to his daily wont. And the sacred serpent bit him. So, first of all, how? First of all, how? You ain't even supposed to have no physical body. You're supposed to be omniscient. You ain't see that coming? Huh? You didn't see this coming. That proves you're not omniscient, right? And look, the flame of life departed from him, and he who dwelt among the cedars was overcome. That means right there that you not omnipresent. First of all, you're not omnipresent because you didn't see her make the snake. Huh? You're not omniscient because you didn't see the snake and you let it bite you. Right? And now we see that you are not omnipresent. potent. You're not all powerful. If y'all see that, right, hit me with a 3 in the chat. If y'all see that he didn't know that the snake was there, he didn't see the snake beforehand, and that the flame of the life, after being bit, right, departed him and he was overcome. Somebody overcame the creator of sun, moons, and stars. How, Sway? Right? Because you a false God. The holy God opened his mouth, and the cry of his majesty reached unto heaven. He cried out. Oh. I wonder if he said, "Help me, Jeebus." Rock cried out to Jesus, "Help me, Jeebus." He said, the cry of his majesty reached unto heaven. His company of God said, "What hath happened?" So they don't even know what happened either. She done hid the snake. Now he walking in the path. You did what I'm talking about. He got his homeboys with him. He don't know. He over there. He can't see good. He dribbling. He's going for a walk, guys. Hey, you guys. Walk around looking like sloth. Right? He didn't see it. And even the guys don't know what happened. Right? So we see, right? She got it in her mind. Instead of helping dog, you dig what I'm talking about? Seeing that he old, you dig what I'm saying? Instead of helping him, she thought up a devious way, right, to exact what she want up out of him, which is his so-called secret name, right? So now he bit. Now, and look, they asking, what happened? What is it? These guys don't know what's going on either. But Ra could not answer, for his jaws trembled. I ain't gonna do it no more. Look at this nigga. This your God? His jaws trembled. And all his members cried, "Oh, my body hurts." Your body hurt? All his members quake. He's shaking. I don't know what happened. Look, the poison spread swiftly through his flesh. Bag drop. We looking at your character. You a stinking ass nigga. Huh? You around here dribbling. Probably got a Depends on. Huh? And you know what's going on, guys. The poison spread swiftly through his flesh. The familiar spirits told you that they had thrones in the heaven that they sat on, that they were one time living, breathing men. And he told you, oh, I made you in my image. Not knowing you just told on yourself. Nigga, if you got an image, you are a false god. They tricked man. He said, oh, I made you like me. No, nigga, the creator made both of us. You ain't no better than me. You bro. As a matter of fact, you that hating ass bro. I'm talking about Ra. just as the Nile invaded all his land, right? When the great God had stabilized his heart, he cried out, look, unto those who were in his train, saying, come unto me, O ye who have come into being from my body. So he's saying he made the gods. Ye gods who have come forth from me, make ye known unto Keperah that a dire calamity hath fallen upon me. Right? My heart perceiveth it. His heart, he don't know it. He just believe it. He using discernment. My heart perceive it. I got a feeling, but my eyes see it not. What eyes? Huh? How are you the creator, but you have eyes? If you understand that for all omnipotent, all ever present, omnipotent creator, right? For him to not be able to see anything, right? For him to have a feeling, right? Is a dagger to his whole idea of being the creator of anything. If you understand that if God had any physical parts, right, that proved he's a man, right? Hit me with a 4 in the chat. If you know that only men have eyes, animals have eyes, things of corporality have eyes, but to feign to be the creator and yet say you can't see because of a snake bite? Didn't you make the snake? Now you don't know what the venom is. That's because you fake and you ain't make none of it. My hand have not caused it. Look, but you the creator. What didn't you make? That's a problem. If you got a creator and he didn't make everything, that is a problem. Nor, look, showing his lack of omniscience, right? He already said he perceive it, but he can't see it. He say, my hand hath not caused it, nor do I know. Problem. You don't know something? You claiming to be the creator, sun, moons, and stars. You brought the Ben stone forth? Huh? But you don't know something? Red flag. Nor do I know who have done this unto me. Never have I felt such pain. You feeling pain? If you understand that the creator feeling pain is a red flag, hit your boy Cosmine with a 5 in the chat. If you understand that if your creator cried out, help me, Jehovah. If you understand that it is a problem for your God to feel pain, he has been affected by his creation when he is supposed to be above and outside of it all. Huh? He say, never have I felt such pain. Problem. You're supposed to be beyond all physicality. There is nothing in the physical. First of all, you're supposed to have made it. Remember, real creator said, I made the seen and the unseen. So that means he made space. So if you think some snake venom going into space, he gonna crack. Oh, I never felt so much pain. And I don't know who did it. And I just peed on myself a little bit. And damn, can I get a towel around here? I'm just dribbling. Y'all just let me just dribble. Look, never have I felt so much pain. Neither can sickness cause more woe than this. Oh, he hurt. Ah, my neck and my back. I am a prince. Problem. That means you got a daddy, nigga. That means you was created. Problem. He said, and he's also the son of a prince. So that means your daddy ain't the creator neither. This is man worship. Deity, idol worship. Huh? You bow down, hitting your knees, praying to these false deities. You don't know what you praying to. Notice, even the Christians, they just gave, remember I just gave the 7 characteristics, general characteristics of a creator God or deity, right? We ain't seen this nigga hold up none. If you a prince and the son of a prince, right? That means you was born and came through a woman. Huh? Everybody know, anybody with any amount of spirituality, even the Hebrews, even they know to worship a man is idol deity worship. They don't worship Jesus. They worship the nigga who sent them. Right? A sacred essence which hath proceeded from God. I am a great one. Now you boasting. I'm a great one. But my eyes don't see. I'm a great one. Right? But I didn't cause this. I ain't even do that. And I don't even know who did it to me. They just hit me over the head, took my wallet. Now look God crying out. When you gonna do something about this? I am a great one. You weak as fuck. Excuse my French. You weak. You not great. Huh? The son of a great one. How can you be the son of a great one, right? When your father is your uncle. He had sex with your mother, who is his sister. You ain't great. Huh? You an ancestral little low god. You the little homie. And my father, come on, hold on. Let me get this out the way real quick. And come on, man. My bad. I had to get that out the way. I couldn't see nothing. And my father planned my name. I have multitudes of names and multitudes of forms, and my existence is in every god. I have been proclaimed by the heralds Timu and Horus. Now, this is weird unless you read the pyramid text, right? You're gonna see that there is a Horus before Isis. I mean, before Isis has Horus, her son. if you read the story, they always give Geb and Nut giving birth to 4 children. But in the most ancient stories, it's 5. Right? You got Nephthys, Isis, Set, and Osar. But then you also have, in the oldest stories of the pyramid text, also one called Horus the Elder. So Horus the Elder, Isis, Nephthys, Osiris, and Set are all brothers and sisters. Suffices to say that the brothers and sisters marry each other, have incestual sex, and also Isis has a necrophiliac relationship with a dead body and gives birth to Horus the Younger. So just to clear that up. And my father and mother uttered my name, but it hath been hidden within me by him that begat me, who would not that the words of power of any seer, a seer, should have dominion over me. So a medium, a clairvoyant, clairaudient, person with sewers could understand that name and have dominion over the creator, Ra? I came forth to look. What did he say? I came forth to look upon that which I had made. Now look, he said, I made it. I was passing through the world which I had created. Look, he's saying he created the heavens and the earth. When lo, something you don't know, you ain't figured it out yet. You great one who comes from a great one, huh? You ain't figured it out yet. But look at the lie. He said, look, I came forth. Look, I came forth to look upon that which I had made. Wouldn't that include snakes and all their venom? Didn't you just say that you had created it? The world which I had created, and lo, something stung me. Something? You ain't figured it out yet. All right. But what I know not. Is it fire? Is it water? My heart is on fire. My flesh quaketh. Your flesh. And trembling hath seized all my limbs. Let there be brought unto me the children of the gods with healing words and with lips that know. Right? Remember, Malachi just told y'all about the ritual called the opening of the mouth. These are incantations, right? He said, bring forth the gods that know how to heal, right? And know the words with healing words and with lips that know how to heal and with power to reacheth unto heaven. The children of every god came unto him in tears. Look at this dirty wench. Isis came with her healing words. Oh, what happened? That's crazy. What? So what's going on? Now, look at her. Look at her character. She done set her own daddy up. Possibly a grandfather. Set the nigga up, right? Got him bit by a snake. That's like stealing an old man wallet. And then when he asks about, man, I just misplaced my wallet. You got the wallet, and you be like, dang, man, that's crazy. Let me help you look for it. This is what ISIS is doing. Huh? And now she coming over here with her healing words. Oh, thou must heal it, the wound, remove the poisonous scorpion sting. I'll help you look for the wallet, Father. You the one went in this nigga wallet. You set him up. Now she up there, feigning like she, oh my God, I can't believe it. And with her mouth full of breath, full of the breath of life, with her enchantments, which destroy sickness, right? My thing is, I've been into cymatics lately. I've been getting into cymatics. Interesting, right? This is what I picked up out of this. Even out of the falseness, right? Even out of the falsity, you can generally tell some things about what creation or what they think they're trying to say, or what can be gleaned from any of the information right here. Because look, right? Look what he said. Her mouth full of breath of life, with her enchantments, which destroy sickness, and with her what? Her words of power, which make the dead come to life. Now, the crazy part is they talking about words in the mouth and the breath, right? These are vocalizations. You dig what I'm talking about? And just like sound, remember in the beginning, sound made motion. Creator said, I am. And sound created motion. Right? If y'all not hip to cymatics, that is the the science of using sound to create shapes, corporality. Right? The whole science of cymatics prove that sound creates form, figure. So this is why it had to be a I am before motion came. He had to speak it, right? And I believe this is what they're hinting to here, even in this story, cymatics. But that also takes different sound resonating frequencies and words and all this stuff. You dig what I'm talking about? Cymatics to create a thing that could kill a poison in the body, or which bring a dead man back to life. And she spake, saying, what hath come to pass, oh holy Father? What happened, Pop? Did you get bit by a snake, big guy? Huh? She over here faking like she don't know what happened. She the snake in the grass, literally. I'll help you look for your wallet while I got it in my back pocket. What have come to pass, oh holy Father? What hath happened to thee? Look, a serpent hath bitten thee. She knew. She told him. This is how he's now, as Ra, the creator, this is how you should have known who did it to you. I ain't tell you what happened. You told me what happened after you asked me what happened. If y'all see the play, hit your boy Cosmine with a 6 in the chat. You dig what I'm talking about? Let me play a little music, man. Let me go get me some Drink real quick. I'm gonna turn the music up, man. Hit your boy with a 6 in the chat real quick, man. Y'all getting a little something up out of this. Turn the music up just a little bit, and I'll be right back, y'all. All right, as I roll my split a ting, man, let me see what we got going on up in here. I see a few 6s coming in. All right, that means somebody getting it, right? Somebody see the treachery. Think about this. The goddess herself, she ain't had nothing better to do but think up a plot and a plan to harm her own flesh and kin, right? Now, in Owaspy, we see, she, in other texts, it says she thought to herself, right? It says the word she thought to herself in the full pyramid text. Now, in Owaspy, it explains what be happening to the false gods when it said that they thought, or they came to this, they thought in their minds or took it upon themselves in their hearts. We understand that really that is Shaitan, or their lowest selves, right? The acquiescence to their lowest idea, Shaitan, came to them. Because remember, ain't nobody on side of ISIS. Ain't nobody whispering in her ear, tell her, hey, you know what, go set up your dad. You know what I mean? He a hoe anyway. He over there slobbing at the mouth. You dig what I'm talking about? She a scam artist, right? And willing to put this nigga through so much pressure that he even lose his life. He up here mouth trembling, fumbling at the mouth. I don't know what happened. I can't see. I perceive. Right? What happened? Oh, a serpent bit you? He ain't even tell her that. Oh, your wallet missing? I'll help you look for it. Has a serpent have bitten thee? And a thing which thou hast created hath lifted. She say a thing which you, Ra, has created, hath lifted its head up against thee. How did she know? And the so quote unquote creator Ra didn't even know. You didn't even recognize that venom from that snake that you obviously had to make. Right? She made the snake out of spit. What's in the snake? You already made that. Y'all see the character unraveling? Verily, it shall be cast forth by my healing words of power, and I will drive it away before the sight of thy sunbeams. The holy God opened his mouth and said, I was passing along my path, and I was going through the two regions of my lands, according to my heart's desire, to see that which I had created. He said he created all of it. When lo, I was bitten by a serpent. Now you know. See, now you see, she told him. Now he regurgitating what she told. She running game on him. This is why I call Ra Cup. Better yet, he's a simp. Right? He getting played by his own daughter. And the crazy part is, this story of getting played for information by your own daughter ain't even primary source to the pyramid text. This ain't even a primary source. This story, huh? Y'all ain't never heard of the story of Inanna taking the Emmys from Anki? Anki, aka Osiris, aka Ai. Inanna is Ashtaroth. This ain't even primary. The pyramid text is not even a primary for the information they got. Now, mind you, this is only 2300 or so BC. 2300 BC. We got the Atrahasis way before that. We got the Epic of Gilgamesh way before that. We got the Lost Books of Anki way before Egypt and its little false deities. Faking like you the creator. Now we peeping your character. We see you weak. You're not omnipotent. You're not omnipresent. You're not omniscient. As a matter of fact, you calling on your daughter who tricking your dumb ass right now. Slobbing. You got old. You affected by your creation. Think about this. What watch affects the watchmaker? There is no watch that can comprehend the watchmaker. So how could the creation affect its creator? It doesn't. It can't. So out of your own mouth, by your own tongue, you have debunked yourself, proving that you was a false demonic low, a man. I was passing along, and I was going through my two regions of my land to see what my heart's desire and to see which I had created, when lo, I was bitten by a serpent, which I saw not. Problem. Red flag. Is it fire? You don't know? Red flag. Is it water? You don't know? Red flag. I am colder than water. I am hotter than fire. All my flesh. Problem. If your God has flesh, that means he can be seen. If he can be seen and he is praised, what is he, y'all? If he can be seen and praised, what is he? If he has flesh, right? That means he's an idol, right? Anything with form and figure that's praised is an idol. Anything. A stick, a rock, a building, a book. If it has flesh, form, and figure, an image, and is praised, it's an idol. All my flesh sweat. Oh, he popped the molly and sweat. Woo! So the creator, and I quake. My eye hath no strength Cosmonian, I cannot see the sky, sir. And with the sweet rushes to my face, even after in the time of summer. Tell you, nigga, you dying. How? If you supposedly the creator, limitless, undying, couldn't be created. Look, hold on, let's go back to this. Look, he must be timeless. This being must be uncreated. This nigga admitted he got a daddy and them daddy got a dad. And he must be a first cause. Right? Because being infinite and being affected by time is what? Illogical. And remember, this being, this creator, exists out of time and is not created, but exists necessarily. This is the dope one right here. See this one, personhood? We're going to get back to that. We're going to get back to that. Let me go back. Keep reading. Right? All my flesh sweateth, I quake. My eye hath no strength. I cannot see the sky. And the sweat rusheth to my face, even as in the time of summer. Then said Isis unto Ra, look, here go to play. Here go to play. Oh, tell me thy name, O Holy Father. Remember, that was the whole scheme to get the name so she could become the most powerful, right? This is why she sat here and thought up this devious ass action. Instead of doing something good for herself or humanity or anybody else, she thought up a way to oppress her own father, to extract information out this nigga so she could humble him and she could rise to the top. You dirty. Right? Oh, tell me thy name, O Father, for whosoever shall be delivered by thy name shall live. And Ra said, I have made the heavens and the earth. Did you? Wait a minute. If Ra said he made the heavens and the earth, is Ra the biblical deity? Uh-oh. Hold on. If everybody see that, if y'all see, Ra said he made the heavens and the earth. Do that mean he the God of Genesis 1 and 1? Ra said he made the heavens and the earth. Funny. Biblical God said the same thing. Somebody lying. What I'm here to tell you is two things can be happening at the same time. They both lying. I have made the heavens and the earth. I have ordered the mountains. I have created all that is above them, and I have made the water I've made to come into being, the great and the wide sea, but I don't know what happened to me. I couldn't perceive that there was a snake in the grass. But you made the heavens and the earth. Red flag. Flag on the play. I have made to come into being the great and wide sea. I have made the bull of his mother from whom spring the delights of love. I have made the heavens. I have stretched out the two horizons like a curtain. You did all this shit, but your punk ass dying. You up there lip quivering. I made the heavens. I am the Greek god who is from a Greek god, but I should have. Up there swelling up, looking like Martin fighting against against Tommy Hearns. Your body up there swelling, puffing up. I don't know if it's fire. I have no clue if it's water. But the sweat rushes through my face like the time of the summer. Shut your punk ass up. You dying. You dying, you weak. Your character is flawed. You have none of the characteristics of a creator, deity, a polytheistic, a henotheistic, a monotheistic. None of them. You are weak. A simp getting played by your daughter. I am he, if he opened his eyes, doth make light. So because you open your eyes, the sun cut on. And if he closeth them, darkness cometh into being. So he's saying he the reason for the cause of light and day. Sounding more like that God has said he made the heavens and the earth, right? All right. At his command, the Nile rises. And the gods know not his name. I have made the hours. I have created the days. Didn't he say, oh, wait a minute. Didn't biblical God say, I give you the sun and the moon for weeks and days and Sabbaths? I bring forth the festivals of the year. I create the Nile flood. But you couldn't see that little snake in the grass. I make the fire of life. I provide food in the houses. He up there talking, but he dying. Mouth running, lips gums bumping. But he still ain't figured out that he getting played. I am Kepara in the morning. I am Ra at noon. And this is why they always try to say that this is just aspects. This is just an aspect of creation. But Owaski said in 1881 that you goofy niggas in 2024 would not even believe in him. Not even believe in God. You would try to explain the way that they miss. But the people that we see here who are writing the Perk-Him Heru and all the pyramid texts, they see this as real life. And mind you, this is being told on the walls to the kings that this happened to Osiris and hence should also happen to me or can happen to me. They understood these not as aspects of creation, but as real physical people. This is why they gave real physical clothes, real physical beer, food, animal sacrifices. You dig what I'm talking about? All type of sacrifices to these deities, because what y'all don't know is many of these deities walked among men. You better get an Owaspi or go look at my other one my last one I did on Egypt. Right? He said, I am Kepara in the morning or the morning sun. I am Ra at noon or high Dan, and I am Timu at evening. Rising, setting, rising, high noon, setting sun. Meanwhile, the poison was not taken away from his body, but it pierced deeper, and the great god could no longer walk. Then said Isis unto Ra, what thou hast said is not thy name. She knew that. Remember, this is spells and incantations, and even today, like with the hoodoo practices, you dig what I'm talking about? All the people need is something personally from you. Some hair, clothing, some spit, bodily fluid. It could be a piece of skin, it could be any part of you, and or through that, or through knowing your full physical name, roots, and that hoodoo can be put up on you. Now this is old law. This is old science, magic, right? This is why she's trying to get the name, because the names, right, or the vocalizations, the Vortexian cymatic patterns create things. Oh, tell it unto me, and the poison shall depart, for he shall live whose name shall be revealed. Look, she really pressing it. Now the poison burned like fire, and it was fiercer than the flame and the furnace, and the majesty of the god said, I consent that Isis shall search into me, and that my name shall pass from me into her. Then the god hid himself from the gods, and his place in the boat of millions of years was empty. Let me read that. Then the god hid himself from the gods, and his place in the boat of millions of years was empty. And when the time arrived for the heart of Ra to come forth, Isis spake unto her son Horus, saying, the god hath bound himself by an oath to deliver up his 2 eyes. So now Ra is dying, i.e., the sun and the moon. Thus was the name of the great god taken from him. And Isis, the lady of enchantments, said, depart, poison, go forth from Ra, O eye of Horus, go forth from the god and shine outside his mouth. It is I who work. It is I who make to fall down upon the earth the vanquished poison. Interesting. This is very close to what Inanna says to Anki. For the name of the great god has been taken away. What they call these names, they call them M.E. in the Sumerian cuneiform, or the Atrahasis, the Epic of Gilgamesh, and also the Lost Books of Anki. This story is in there of the daughter tricking a technology or understanding from her father deity, right? Let me see. For the name of the great god had been taken away from him. May Ra live, and may the poison die. May the poison die, and may Ra live. These are the words of Isis, the great goddess, the queen of the gods, who knew Ra by his name. Thus, we see that even to the great god Ra were attributed all the weakness, problem. Nigga, you just said you created the sun and the moon. I created the sun, the rain, the moon, and the mountains. I'll give you the world. Shut your old up. R and B, or you R and A. You ain't R and B, you R and A. Because you weak. Look at the character. Look at the attributes. Look at the nature of Isis, the first literal snake in the grass. Huh? Tried to kill her own daddy. Huh? That's what you sat back and thought up of how to try to kill your daddy to get his name from him? Greedy. Greed is one of the 7 sins. What they call a lord of hell. Uh-oh. Thus we see that even to the great god Ra were attributed all the weakness and frailty of a mortal man. So if it's a mortal man and it's been deified and it has been praised, right? If it can die, if it can be weak, if it can be frail, if you can slobber, if you have flesh, if you can be poisoned, you are not the creator and are just a deified man. Does anybody know what a deified man is called? Da, 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 a deity. Huh? Just like the Christians praise Jesus, they made him into a deity. A living, breathing man who came out the womb of a woman. Huh? That gods and goddesses were classed with beasts and reptiles. So how can you be the creator of beasts and reptiles and be classed with them? Is this why the anthropomorphic figures showing their nature anyway? So the jackal god, jackal-headed god, you know, jackals are scavengers. Is this why the vulture-headed god? Because it picks upon the beast and picks apart man, and you dig what I'm talking about? Is this why the head of a crocodile, which also means the crocodile, which is called Shedeway or Shedejwe, right? Means to subdue, to conquer. That crocodile, that's what it means. Shedejwe. Like from the first pre-dynastic king crocodile. Yeah. That's an attribute that's applied to a man. Right? And where we know they got it from? Because the gods and the goddesses were classed with beasts and reptiles. So why wouldn't there, quote unquote, pharaohs, who are supposed to be the physical representation of these people on earth anyway? But how can you die and still be dead? Egypt is a dead, stinking body. A pointless, useless, right, amount of religious dogma and rhetoric. They were classed with beasts and reptiles which could die and perish. As a result, it seems that the word God should be reserved to express the name of what? The creator of the universe. Even these niggas see that something is wrong. And that what? Neteru, usually rendered as gods, should be translated by some other word. No, we just gonna let y'all know that God, right, the gods and the creator of the universe are not the same thing. Even they can see this. They say it should be translated by some other word. But what that word should be is almost impossible to say. But we done checked into your characteristics. Let's check into another one of your characteristics. Flaw. Now, in your creation story, the so-called 6 days of creation, he rested on the 7th, 6th day, rested on the 7th. Now, mind you, they got a 6-day creation myth in Egypt too. In either way, in both stories, whether on the pyramid text or in the Bible, your creator, your God, this lesser deity, this idol, stops. He rests on the 6th day. Now, if you didn't heard the story, that on the 6th day of creation, that God rested, hit your boy Cosmonian with a vortex in the chat. Hit me with a vortex in the chat. If you didn't heard the story of the 6th day of creation, right? After God made man, that he rested or he ceased. He stopped for a time, right? If you heard that, hit me with a vortex in the chat. Hit your boy with a vortex in the chat if you didn't heard that before. You dig what I'm talking about? But let me show you the impossibility of that statement. The creator never rested. If he stopped for a second, if he ceased for a second. And remember when Lion's Iron Lex tried to come up there and try to switch the Hebrew word? That the word right there, it means to cease. As if, and then I cut his dumb ass, told him that cease and rest are synonyms. He had to sit his little country, little sweet, little zesty self down somewhere. This is why you don't like Cosmon. Because I'm not about to sit here and act like you smarter than me. When I know you ain't. You can bring every bit of Hebrew you want. But if your God stopped, your creator stopped for 1 second, that proves he can't be created. But let me show you what the creator do himself. This is the book of Oranothan. 1 and 19. Oranothan is the modus operandi of a God. It's what God is going to do in a certain time. It's how I'm going to move. Right? Third, that the creator, Yahweh, Jaja, has not finished his creations. But your God said he was done with creation on the 6th day. He said he ceased. He rested. He stopped. The creator said, true creator, your father said, I have not finished my creation. And I did not, right, retire from his works. They saying this about the creator, right? Things commonly called evil being done by striving to go against him, right? Now, third, this is what they're saying, that the creator in that book on the walls of the pyramids, right? They're just letting you know that the creator has not finished his creations. And he did not retire from his works. That where you have said, he tired, or he rested, or he ceased from his works, what is happening? You have let yourselves fall through the errors of language into profanation, right? Profaning the name of the Almighty. For look, for he is also master over his own, over all weariness. So it ain't no stopping, ain't no rest. What would he need it for? The Creator is master over all weariness, and he is his own everlasting rest and unrest. Didn't he say, all is, all was, all shall ever be, and all spoke in motion, was, is, and ever shall be? Ain't that rest and unrest? He say, I am my own rest and unrest. I don't need to stop. I am behind the comprehension of all mortals and all man, and he is forever bringing together, creating, and forever dissolving and dissipating worlds without number. So that means he has to be doing it today. He had to be doing it 6 days after after Adam. He had to be doing seven years after Adam. He had to be doing it 7,000 years after Adam. He had to be doing it 7 months after the time of the life of Noah. He got to be doing it right now. If you stopped creating even for 1 second, that objectively proves you're not the creator of all. Because wouldn't it be some stuff being brought into creation right now as we're speaking? Well, shouldn't you be over there creating that too? How if you stopped? Huh? 72,000 or 78,000 years ago. Huh? During the creation of the very first people, the Adamites. I know. We're just looking at the character of the gods, right? We see this right here, right? We see this a lot. Deity, right? It's a what? A divine person. A deity or a god, mind you, right? A deity or a god has what? Form and figure. It has been praised. It is a what? Supernatural being considered to be sacred and worthy of worship. But if it has form and figure, it is what? An idol. So a Brahma, this image is an idol. This image of Buddha is an idol. Right? Yoruba, Maya, Egyptian, Shinto, Greco-Roman, right? Idol, form, figure, image, praised. Form, figure, image, praised. Form, figure, image, praised. All false creators. Although most monolithic, hold on, let me go back. Religion can be categorized by how many deities they worship. If you worship a deity at all, First of all, it ain't the creator. And secondly, if you worship any deities whatsoever, your God been seen. Jacob punched him in the mouth. Huh? He showed Moses his hind parts. He showed Moses that his booty hole brown. What man you know gonna turn his back on another man and show him his hind parts? Why didn't he say I show him my back? That's very specific. See, the hind part is a very specific part. That is the top, that is the bottom of the buttocks, from the top of the thigh to the small of the back. The only thing that's in between the small of your back and the top of your thigh is your booty. So you telling me your God came on Mount Sinai and showed him that is pussy pink, booty hole brown. He gave Moses the sexy red treatment, showed him his hind parts. It's a problem you got. Hind parts, any part. Huh? Look, is a being with powers greater than those of ordinary humans, but who interacts with humans positively or negatively in ways that carry humans to new levels of consciousness beyond a grounded preoccupation, beyond the grounded preoccupations of ordinary life. Religion can be categorized by how many deities they worship. Monotheistic religions accept that only one deity, predominantly referred to as what? God. But what we found out today, God, the nigga in the sky, ain't the creator. But he's usually viewed as the supreme being, the creator. But who views him as the creator? The people of darkness. Is that you? You gonna keep staying in the dark, huh? Gonna keep jumping up out that tree, huh? Sneaking up under them stairs, grabbing people's ankles, huh? Stop being, like my brother say, stop being a misfit all your life. Stop being a degenerate. Come to the light. It's easy to see over here. Guess what? It's a snake in the grass. Watch out. What you don't run? Make sure you get on the shore with the little bunch. Huh? Whereas polytheistic religions accept multiple deities. Henotheistic religions accept one supreme deity without denying all the rest of the deities. Considering them as what? Aspects of the divine principle. Oh, I see they say that shit too, but look at the deities. Huh? If y'all see this, right? If y'all see this right here, if y'all see Brahma and Buddha, right? If y'all can see that they have physical form, shape, figure, and have been praised, what are they? They're idols, aka deities. Listen, there is no deity whatsoever that is not in the shape or form and figure of a man. Your creator is not encompassed by corporality at all. You can't see him. Watch this. Hold on. Let me show you. Hold on. Let me show you. Um 1 second, y'all. Hold on. Watch this. Let me show you this. All right. Remember, right? They showed us these. These are deities, physical representations. They look like men, have thrones in heaven. They're going to save everybody, right? And yet they look like me and you. And then they carve them out of wood, make them out of stone, draw pictures, make CGIs, do carvings, do megalithic structures, hieroglyphics, do murals. They make images and they praise them, right? But watch this. See, this is a physical thing, right? They always try to, they can't wrap their mind around it if they can't touch it. Watch this. Watch this. This is the book of 8. Look, this is the words of the Creator, right? We're going to start at 10 and 7, go down into 8, right? Because remember, they talking about deities. They always try to say that God is a deity. He is a spirit. But remember, they God out his own mouth say he a man. I'm a man of woe. He had sex with Mary. That's what they're insinuating. Either he lying in the birth is miraculous, or he had you lying in the birth ain't miraculous, or you did what I'm talking about. She had sex with a spirit. Which one is it? The problem that any of that could happen proves that that thing, that spirit, that deity, remember it came like a man. So it had to have a penis like a man to have sex. To get a female pregnant. Just another way showing that the deity had to be male. Right? It says, show them my sons. This is the Creator. And stars in the firmament above. Shout out to all the flat earth people, man. I ain't about to get on y'all head. That shit low hanging fruit. You dig what I'm talking about? You dig what I'm saying? But I will, if y'all come for me, Cosmon will whip out big gun. Now crush your whole ideology. So leave me alone. If y'all still want y'all flat earth ideology to rock, just leave me alone. Because I don't really care. You dig what I'm talking about? I really think anybody who could believe that, you're an idiot and you're below even talking to me. So that's how I really feel. So just leave me alone. Because that's what you're going to get. Why? Because Cosmon, I look up and I see the Creator's suns and stars in the firmament above. And they're globular, they're round. They're like balls. For they are my written words. The stars, the suns, the moons, the galaxies, the solar systems, they are my written words. The written words. Remember, there was a spoken word. Now there is a written word. The spoken word calls the creation, calls motion. The written word It's what's written from the words. It's what's created. And what does Creator create? Suns, moons, and stars. For they are my written words. My record proceeds in the space of heaven. The wise angels of my exalted places hear the sound going forth. Listen to my speech, O spirits of the dead. Proclaim me, O gods and goddesses. Look at that. Look what he say. Because what? They look for me like they look for things. They look for me like they look for things. They listen for my voice like they listen for a man's voice. So who the fuck was Moses talking to? Who told him? Who told Abram that your name is Jehovih? Huh? Remember, you said you didn't tell him, but then you told Moses. But Abram had already named a town named Jehovah Jireh before we even get to Moses. But you told Moses. He didn't know him. He didn't know the name Jehovah. So where did Abram get the name from? You're not the God of Abram. Because if you was the God of Abram, you wouldn't have made that silly mistake saying that I never told him the name. Nobody should have known the name, and he shouldn't have been able to pick it out hundreds of years before there is a Moses and name the whole city Jehovah Jireh if he didn't know that name. But see, you didn't know that true God, who is a son of Jehovah, right? The brother of Abram, my brother, your brother, all of us sons and daughters of the Creator, ain't none of us better than the other. Just some of us are more wiser and have more power than the others. But that's coming for me too. That's coming for you too. Huh? This a problem. If you can see your God. If anybody has ever seen him, if they ever made any representation of him, huh? If he say he got an image, if he say he in the shape of a man, if he say he's sitting on a throne, if he say he riding a horse, if he say he's stuck in a little box that's gonna fall up out the sky, they got male prostitutes on the outside of it, busting a bussy open. This after the lake of fire. This after all that. It's still going to be horror mongers outside of your heaven. Huh? Why? Because they looking for you false gods. And that's what they seeing. And you over here tap dancing like, oh, I'm the creator. Niggas ain't put it in your mind yet. Nigga, how are you this little in the sun that big? How you make it? Where you was at? Where did you stand when you made the earth? Huh? Point at your heaven. Point at it. Let us see it. They look for me like they look for things. They listen for my voice like they listen for a man's voice. And they do not find me or hear what I have spoken. Yet none can efface my words. For all those who want to go look and see what efface means, let's drop down. Efface means cancel or undo or delete or to make impotent or erase. Right? Yet none can erase my words. What are his words? Remember, right? Suns, stars, right? He said nothing is so easily read as his creation, right? My wisdom endures forever. Behold, I do not come as a sound to the ear. My voice goes quickly into the soul. Think about this. That means if you can hear with your soul, you must have spiritual ears. Think about this. How do you hear the voices in your head? It's not with your ears. Think about this. How do you see your dreams? When your physical eyes are closed, what are you seeing your dreams with? Uh-oh. Y'all better get it. Y'all better get it together. The Creator is real. Huh? He say what? Hold on. My wisdom endures forever. Behold, I do not come as a sound to the ear. You can't hear me with your ears. My voice goes quickly into the soul from all sides, which means it's vibratory. Meaning it's vortexium, but if it can go into your body, that also means it's etheric. Did you see what I did? I made creation. Corpor. Huh? Huh? Spirit and ether. What? Y'all gonna get it one day. The 3-in-1. It's just a really a miss on that triune shit. That's how you prove. If anybody talking Father, Son, Holy Ghost doctrine, that just show they false. You dig what I'm talking about? Hey, hold on. I'm gonna drop this link. I'm gonna drop this link in here, man. Anybody want to come in real quick for a hot minute? Chop it up with your cutting them. You're cutting them. Dig what I'm talking about? Come kick it with young Cosmonian. Young Calvin of Cosmon. Changed it up again on them, young dreadful. Huh? Switch it up on them again. You dig what I'm talking about? Wait till they start seeing that all these things about to start being our last names. S. Cosmon. Esphoma. You dig what I'm talking about? Vortex. You dig what I'm talking about? They're gonna take on names like Horrid. You dig what just trust me. These gonna be our new last names. We're gonna take on whole new names, everything. You dig what I'm talking about? You watch. Anybody want to come in, man? Go ahead, come kick it with your cousin now. Who this is? Who this is? I got my brother now. I got my brother now in here. Daryl,
hey,
love, light, and balance to you. What's going on, King?
Hey, love, light, and balance to you, man. Yeah, you chopped it up today, man. You was breaking it down what the Creator is. I love it. I love it, man.
That's what's
you got to read that Jehovih 55:7, that Book of Wars 55:7, man.
Book of Wars. Hold on, let me get to it real quick.
Start with 6 and then end it with 7. You got to read that for them, bro. Got to read that for them.
Hold on, let me get to it. I'm coming up right here. 55 and 7, you say?
Book of Wars 55:7, but start with 6 and 7.
Okay. Hold on, let me share it real quick. Let me go back to my screen.
7 gonna top it off.
Okay. Let me see. This is the book of the Wars Against the Lord, same book that biblical God has not been able to find for 2,500 plus years. He ain't found this book yet. Man, you're supposed to be all knowing, all omniscient. First of all, you lost the book and you got whooped by some niggas with iron chariots in the mountains. Come on, cuz. Come on, man. We looking at character. You dig what I'm talking about? And one character of the creator that is omnipotent. That means he's omnipotent. And if you can't whoop a few Negroes with some 32s on a car, you dig what I'm talking about? Sitting on a pair of 26s, you can't beat them? Well, then you ain't the creator. But look at this here. Jehovah has said to God, look at this, important.
His son.
The creator said to God, who is God? His son.
His son. His
so
son.
God is the son, right? Not the father. So who is the father? The creator. Jah, Jehovah, Eoah, Yahweh. You dig what I'm talking about? However you want to say it. This is Jehovah, the creator. He is the father who gave birth to God. So if there is a father who gave birth to God, and then Yeshua turn around and in Psalms, Yeshua say, the things I do, you can do it even greater. And then David turn around and tell us we is gods. Well then, nigga, I must be the son of Jehovah too. If I can do what Jehovah do. Because, right, we must be the same thing if I can do what you do and greater, and you saying you the son of God anyway. Well, guess what? I must be also. So look, it say, and the creator had said to God, who is God is soon, because one man cannot lift up the whole world, he shall not grieve, nor cease doing what he can, for his glory lies in exerting himself to the full. Because, why? Because the self-gods have come against you, right? They are against me, the creator, also, because they have,
Watch this.
They have assumed to be creators. That's deep. We see people like Ra, right? So if Ra is fake, guess what? Geb and Newt is. Guess what? Shu and Tefnut is. Guess what Amen is? Guess what Aten is? And y'all all telling me that's Ra anyway. This nigga just died from his own snake that he made. Listen, you made all the snakes. How you get so sick, creator? Awesome stuff you made. Come on. We looking at the character. So we seeing a character in real time, in doctrine, written in the text, from the pyramid text on the walls, who is assuming to be the creator, but is frail and weak and dies just like a man. Huh? And thus proclaim themselves. What they do? Hold on, let's go back. Because they have assumed to be creators and thus proclaim themselves for their own glory, they shall have their field. Because you, like Pac said, how do you want it? Now, how does it feel? You dig what I'm talking about? You asked for this. You just didn't know I was real. I'm the real deal. You my son. You my son. I ain't gonna never tell you no. When you prayed for that false kingdom, I gave it to you in hopes, because I made the possibility for you to choose that even along the path that you're doing wrong, you can just turn around and go the other way. I gave you that choice. And I gave you whatever you wanted for. You strive for it. You asked for these. Now it's getting heavy. And you crying? No. You can't get away from this. You led these people astray. You assume to be the creator, Ra. You assume to be the creator, Atum. You lied. Where's your dead ass at now? Where's Osiris at now? We want to see your dead God now. Why don't y'all show us him? Show us some literature, even in the last 40 years written about it, where he speak for himself. Ain't got none of that. Where your Hotep magic at? Why don't you pray to Shoo? Ask Shoo. If his bitch ass would tell you something about Osiris. Because you don't know nothing. You are neo-paganist. Huh? You just make it up to how it fits your schedule. Huh? And thus proclaim themselves for their own glory. They shall have their fill. Before these times, the false gods were content to proclaim their own names. But now, lo and behold, they have made the Lord God as the creator. Didn't y'all? And you set him up as a man on a throne, and you worshiped him. If he's a man, I mean, he has form and figure. But if you worship him, that makes him an idol. And you're assuming to be the Lord God. We just looked at the text. You dig what I'm talking about? Where they said, who is God? A spirit with a heavenly throne believed by people in darkness to be the creator of all things. So if you one of these ninjas, right? If you one of these ninjas, right? You bow down to one of these Lord gods, and this is proof. If your thing that you create, you praise, is called Lord, if it's called God, if it's called Lord God, that's proof, physical, objective proof that you are serving a false deity.
Hey, big bro, real quick, I got it wrong. I got to get to a meeting. I'm in the office right now, but I got one more for you, and it's going to be relevant to the Egyptian gods. Read to them Book of Lika, the Book of Lika, chapter 4, verse 2 through 6. Book of Lika, chapter 4, verse 2 through 6. Read that to them.
4.
Book of Lika, chapter 4, and then read 2 through 6.
Okay. My enemies have marked their labors in temples and pyramids, because their hearts did not rise up to me. They descended into stone. Ooh, wee. And the most dead, unresponsive of all things, the most dead and unresponsive of all things, stone. They have carried the inhabitants of the earth down to rottenness and to death. Let their monuments stand as testimonies of me, of who hated me. Damn. Who denied me, who did not believe in me, the all person. My building shall be the most subtle of all things, the spirit of my own body. Truly it shall be a monument within the souls of my chosen, nor will it go away again in darkness, but it shall encompass the whole earth. For you shall find my chosen. What? a scattered people. Shout out to the Essenes, Nazarenes, the faithists. You dig what I'm talking about? The true Israelites. You dig what I'm talking about? Shout out to everybody, y'all. Everybody there, man. Sub, like, share, hit that like button, man. Share me on the platform, man. Like my little baby bro, Bap said, turn me up. Turn me up. Turn your bro up. Don't you love me? Don't talk me to death. Show me you love me. I don't want your love then. If you just don't talk it, I don't need it. Huh? Show me some love. For you shall find my chosen a scattered people, persecuted and enslaved, the most despised of all the races of men. If this don't cut, who is the most despised of all the races of men? We the best men too. The most hated. Their gods, their first gods looked like you. Now they are scattered and persecuted and enslaved, the most despised of all the races of men. Young Aboriginal. But I will show my power with them. I will raise them up. The things I do through them and the words I speak through them, even in their ignorance and darkness, shall become mighty. Their words shall be treasured forever. Hold on, man. That hit different when you gang. That hit different when you're a horseman. Who words? Who? The most despised of men. You see why my channel low? I know. But it won't work. Why? Because my words, Daryl Cosmine's words, Selah Shalom words, Malachi Maccabee words shall be treasured forever. And none can match them. I'm not making this up. None can match them in wisdom of speech or in the craft of good works. But the learned men of all other peoples shall be forgotten. But their wisdom, who? Gang wisdom. Like the wind that blows away, huh? Their wisdom shall be forgotten. Their wisdom, like the wind, shall blow away. The self-gods and the self-lords who led them astray shall be like a serpent that bites itself to death. Yes, as long as their pyramids, Osiris, as long as your temples, Amun, own falsehood shall stare them. What does that say? And pyramids stand, their own falsehoods shall stare them in their own face. They have bound themselves in their own bulwarks, in their own buildings, structures. They shall yet be my laborers thousands of years to undo the evil they have sowed on the earth. Nor shall they look down from heaven and see with joy their temples and pyramids. But as one sees a coal of fire burning in his own flesh, so shall their edifices, their temples, pyramids, cry out to them forever. You false one. Atum, you false. Ra, you false. Aten, you false. Osiris, Osar, you fake. Isis, you fake. Nephthys, you fake. Huh? You bound to this shit and you gonna work it, nigga. And as long as that pyramid up here, and for leading my people into this freaky deaky half religion, you got work to do. Oh, you false one. This is your God Osiris. Huh? Working to pay back and clean up what he messed up. This is why your pyramid is decaying. He's trying to tear it down himself. Because it is the reminder of his own falsehood. It cries out to him literally, you fake. And it shall be to them a burning fire that will not die out. This is your God, Osiris, today. Deal with it. Peace to the Essenes. Well, none of you know what was going on with Osiris today, if not for the Essenes. Shout out to the real Essenes. And yes, they in America. Don't be fooled. They in America. I'm talking about them real ones. Interact with them spirits and all that, man. Anybody want to come in real quick? Hold on, let me drop the link. Anybody want to come in? Daryl Cosmo, man. I've been up here about 3 hours anyway, man. So don't nobody hit the link real quick. You know what I mean? I'm going to just go ahead and get up out of here, man. Any questions? We need this every morning, Cosmo. All right. I feel you could. Dig what I'm talking about. Legit hustle in the house. It's the homie. You dig what I'm talking about? Yep. Facts. Make an ass out of yourself. How could the creator of all be contained in the mortal body? Watch this. Let me show you something. No, watch. Watch this. Since the look at what the creator say. These niggas be talking crazy. They be talking crazy, but look what the creator say. Hold on, let me share this real quick. Call with this old waspy boy. You dig what I'm talking about? Surgical with this bitch, Jake. Surgical with this bitch. Watch this. Excuse my French. Right? This is another way. I would advise the brother Holy Ghost to stay away from us too. You know, the dude to call himself Jehovah Holy Ghost. You know I'm gonna really shoot at you then. Because I can prove your false Christ made up the whole idea and inspired Hotas, aka Constantine, made up your whole idea of Jebus. Hatua said the gods will not let us choose any man. This is the Council of Nicaea. They vowed to create, invent the physical representation of the false god Christ, aka Luamong, the light bearer, aka Lucifer. All the same one. The nigga that's riding that nag in Revelations 19:11, named Luamong, Christ. Christ is the Ahamic word for all knowledge. Okay. Now, therefore, hear me, all the lawgivers. This is Constantine speaking to the people who write in the putting the New Testament together with the Old Testament, right? All the lawgivers chosen by the gods have been Iesu, or seers, prophets. And since we cannot, therefore, make a preference as to the man, let us say the man Iesu. So the name Iesu was adopted and the sacred books were written accordingly. What sacred books? Right here. Note, regarding this fabricated story of the representative Iesu, or prophet, that indeed for the whole of the time period from his supposed birth to his supposed crucifixion, there is no statement in the available Roman records mentioning a Jesus as identified by the Christian story, right? And right here, say Latin ultimately shifted the initial I to a J, not just Iesu to Jesu or Jeshu, or Iesus to Jesus, but in other words as well, i.e. Jupiter to Jupiter, Ionis to Giannis, Juno to Juno or June, etc. The word Iesu, right, which if you go back into the original 1611 copies of the King James Bible, right, you will find that his name is called Iesu, not Jesus. This is why. Now, mind you, the version we get from King James is 1611. This is Council of Nicaea. This is taking place at the Council of Nicaea 325 AD, 1300 years before. Look, the word Iesu was used in the Vulgate, correct, which was St. Jerome's Latin translation of the Christian Bible from Hebrew into Latin late in the 300s, right? But watch this. Therefore, let Luamong bear his testimony to the kingdom from which it sprang. What? The false god Christ. Luamong, one of the triunes, right? Along with Christ, Buddha, and Brahma, right? The Holy Ghost was that nigga's invention. He made it up. They made it up. Now, look, Creator said, look, now Creator is asking a question, right? He said, had I weakened? Did I get weak? Did I do a rock? Am I over here, slobbering so much, Did I get weak since the time of Moses? Am I missing something? Did I need to incarnate myself in order to make man understand me? Sufficient for the time is the work of the Creator. Right? Because the triunes overthrew the oracles and hundreds of other false gods and hundreds of other sacred books full of error and evil, behold, they fulfilled their time. Creator said, nigga, wait. Did I get weak or something? Did I need to come back as a man myself, as Jeebus? What do I need? I don't need you niggas. I make Iesus. I make gods. I trim them up in my hands as if there were nothing. This is what the Creator say in the book. Man, I trim gods up, nigga, like dust them niggas up, wash them niggas up real quick. Get them niggas whoopings and put them in the Put them in the bathtub, sit on the bed, they sleep good. You did what I'm talking about? Trust me. Jaja said they like nothing. He said, nigga, do I need to come as a man? Huh? Me? Big dog Jaja? You did, nigga, you couldn't contain me. How could I put this all in a stinking little box? And I need to do all that to make you goddamn monkeys understand me? Look at the people. Look at the people, bro. Look at the people. We looking at the characteristics. Let's look what the guys talk to them. Look at them. That's all I'm saying, man. You know, just to answer your question, man, you know, how could the creator of all be contained in the mortal body, nigga? He wouldn't. He can't. You can't. Nobody can. All right? It's a great honor just for the creator to speak through his gods. And all gods don't get spoke through. Nigga, did I get weak like Raho ass over here stumbling, bumbling, slobbing on myself? Can't see, don't know, too weak. I'm shaking. The Canaanite. He's stalking me. Oh man, shout out to little Carl, man. He's stalking me. That was so funny. Oh man, that was so funny, man. Yeah, we supposed to have something on the boy OTK, man, soon. I'm gonna get with my dog. Hey, legit, Mike, we gonna hold on, somebody is oh man, shout to Michael Sanders, man, for supporting the Cash App, man. Showing that love. Somebody love your boy Cosmine. Somebody love me. You dig what I'm talking about? I appreciate that shit, bro. You dig what I'm talking about? Real nigga talk, because you ain't have to do that. You dig what I'm talking about? You know, most don't. Whether they fake this or not. Damn, you know, it is what it is. But I ain't looking for it neither. But man, that shit is it's appreciated, bro. It's appreciated. You dig what I'm talking about? Shout out to the bro Mike, man. Support the channel, dog. You dig what I'm talking about? I ain't seen the Cosmine video on IG yet. I ain't got a link or tie in nothing. You dig what I'm talking about? As a matter of fact, I'm gonna make me an IG page today. You dig what I'm talking about? But I ain't seen no Cosmonian. You dig what I'm talking about? It's gonna be okay though. Y'all heard what I read. Remember what they said about the remnants of the Algonquins. Their book, our book, is a power. And while all what it say, all the philosophers and sciences, their words gonna be forgotten. Boy, huh? Let Cosmine mess around and make the neck so waspy. What? Let me make the neck so waspy. Y'all bet not. Boy, you bet not. I'm going to the upper room. Up and out of here, man. I'm not going to be bound here, dog. I'm not going to be bound here. I'm gone. Up and out. You dig what I'm talking about? Upwards, onwards, forever. Right? They always ask, why we here? What's the purpose of life? Creator gave you a physical body to learn physical stuff. But then he created death. Huh? So you could die. Rise up through the atmospheric heavens, right? That are attached to the earth. And then advance past them through the Etherian heavens, which is our inheritance. You know that dark space in between stars? That's where we going. And guess what? It ain't dark. It's nothing but light. James Webb Telescope already proved that. They had a section of the sky that we had always thought was dark. They pointed James Webb at that. There's billions of galaxies back there. You dig what I'm talking about? You're right. You're right. You're right, King. And I don't. But you dig what I'm saying? You know, shit, everybody else benefit off the culture. I haven't monetized my page or nothing like that. I haven't did nothing like that. Even though they offered it to. I still feel I got more work to do. You dig what I'm talking about? I'm just saying, man, it's going to be all good, though. You know, it's going to be all good, man. Love, light out there, man, for everybody who came through. You dig what I'm talking about? Now, I know. Cosmon ain't everybody flavor. You dig what I'm talking about? I ain't. I'm a little spicy. Somebody hit me with a little extra paprika. You dig what I'm talking about? So, y'all just bear with your boy. But I'm grown. You dig what I'm talking about? And while I'm along the way, you dig what I'm talking about? Jaja gave me this knowledge for free. Boy, do you know I could go on all day? Wait till I get this new computer. This is why I haven't been. I've been having to do 1 or 2 a week or something like that. Because the computer, I had to get a whole new, I got to get a whole new everything. It's coming. Boy, wait till I start knocking them things out 3, 4 of them a day. Boom, bang, bing, bang. Boom, 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 boom. What y'all gonna say? I ain't working in? They gonna have something to say. You dig what I'm talking about? I ain't worried about what they talking about. I'm worried about what Jaja talking about. You know what I mean? Blessings coming. Y'all don't even see it. I see it. You dig what I'm talking about? I see it. But you dig what I'm saying, man? If y'all got some if y'all got something up out of this, man, hit your boy with a vortex in the chat, man. Let me know what's going on. Hit your boy with a vortex in the chat, man. Y'all got a little something up out of this today, man. This is Jehovah Chronicles 107. And we literally sat back and looked at the character of the Creator. Right? Even gave generalities of what a plethora of different ideologies have come to a common sense understanding of these things that a creator of all should have. We weighed those gods of Egypt on the scale of creation, and they have been found wanting. Had I weakened since the time of Moses? Did I need to incarnate myself as a man in order to make you niggas understand me? Hmm? Hmm? Think I needed a Jesus or something? They confused you and told you that the creator of everything was in one single man? Not every single man and thing is just a part of him? They told you the story backwards. I would play it, Bronze. You dig what I'm talking about, but go ahead and play that. Sometimes I feel like I don't have a partner. They ain't ready for it. You dig what I'm talking about? They don't know Cosmo be going in with the chili peppers. You dig what I'm talking about? A little pepper. You dig what I'm saying? Hey, but as always, man, you dig what I'm talking about. I hope y'all learned a little something up out of this. I seen them vortexes hit the chat real quick. Must have got a little something up out of it. Got a little something up out of it. Shout out to the fam, man, to the gang for coming through. You dig what I'm talking about? Come rocking with your boy, man. We just gonna keep this thing moving. You dig what I'm talking about? Well, they gonna understand one day. The crazy part is, you know what? I get it. I get it. Now the funny part is a guy, right? Who I ain't gonna put his name out there, but he was a influence, right? But he was dropping quote unquote knowledge. You dig what I'm talking about? Never brought it back to the creator, not one time, but all the extra bullshit, the razzle dazzle, the mystical trees and ancient histories and cities and things that can't be proved. The people ate it up. Called him a prophet. You dig what I'm talking about? Now he got some child endangerment, child trafficking, kidnapping charges, something, but they like the buffoonery. You dig what I'm talking about? They like it when it's hollow. You know what I mean? That there ain't nothing behind it. You know, I'm just saying. But it's still encouraging because, you know, in this time of etheric light, you dig what I'm talking about? This light is an odic year. This is an odic year. So Ethereum light will be dropping on the planet from March to March 2024, 2025. Whole year. So you seeing a lot of truth being told and a lot of things being exposed. Baby, you ain't seen nothing yet. Think about it. Beginning of the year, they had Paul already on trial. Paul. And that nigga in jail. Paul went to jail. He got found guilty. That nigga Paul, they might execute Paul. Boy, he did so much lying. You dig what I'm talking about? But and the light ain't even clicked all the way on. I mean, it's on. You dig what I'm talking about? But like that direct, yeah, that's March to March. Because it's in that 24, 25 year. It's crazy. You know what I mean? But hey, with that, I ain't gonna keep y'all long, man. We've been doing this thing 3 hours, man. Ain't nobody hitting the link, so I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here, man. Love, light, and balance. And as always, breathe in, let that light in. You wanna know why? Because I'm Cosmon, and I'm out.
yeah. Put that Super 7 in the air. Tell me how you feeling when you're feeling up there. When you in the sky breathing rarefied air. When you're breathing rarefied air, oh yeah. Put that Super 7 in the air. Tell me how you feeling when you feel it up there. When you in the sky breathing rarefied air. When you're breathing rarefied air, oh,
it's that Jehovih, that Chow Mein, that Papabul, that Tao Mein, since sun south in the arc of Wayne. My brain moving like Tao Sang, so ass above, it's so below. That up and that down thing, this flow is atmospherian. I call that a ground game. See, water is knowledge, so if I'm teaching, you're learning. So how your God make a sun without vortexing current? See, the pattern is ponic, I'm reaching out for my people. Oh, watch me flow through your speakers, you feel the force of the ether. And when the force gets the equal, I'm taking off like an eagle. Police popped the pastor yesterday for pushing Puerto. My DNA is Moshe. Mix that thing with higher water. My spirit rate is OTN. It's just a higher order. Got more light than Kavita. Rap a lot just like Tila. Went from sinner to saint. Shout out my big homie Sela. Got more torque than a sports car. Got more work than a door stop. In the 4 million I make, I'm giving the Dr. Umar. Oh yeah. Put that Super 7 in the air. Tell me how you feeling when you're feeling up there. When you in the sky breathing rarefied air. When you're breathing rarefied air, oh yeah. Put that Super 7 in the air. Tell me how you feeling when you feel it up there. When you in the sky breathing rarefied air. When you're breathing rarefied air, oh yeah. Super 7 in my rites and ceremonies. I'm married to Jehovah, holy matrimony. Confucius say, in the words of Caillou, before you hit the tomb, be a bridegroom. Only got one question for Miss Susan B. On how to last Ahu when it's now a ennui. Blame my inspiration, I'm just thinking thoughts. But in the way of God's, we gon' keep it short. Why Jesus wanna kill me, Matthew 10:34. Just a couple questions that I'm needing to know. Oh, watch me flow, it's so potent. Set the vortex in motion. Super 7, I'm floating across the Aegean Ocean. Oh, you a Muslim now, so I guess you making salat. Well, I'm an Israelite, I'ma make him at the Shabbat. Got Moses on the bumper, super slap off in my spaceship photosphere. So I stay lit, peace and light to the faith is so yeah.
Put that Super 7 in the air. Tell me how you feeling when you're feeling up there. When you in the sky breathing rarefied air. When you're breathing rarefied air, oh yeah. Put that Super 7 in the air. Tell me how you feeling when you feel it up there. When you in the sky breathing rarefied air. When you're